Tragic news coming in this evening of cricket legend Bishan Singh Bedi passing away at the age of 77. He's left, of course, a legacy behind that none of us can forget. A former Indian cricketer, primarily a bowler who played Test cricket for India from 1966 to 79 and left us with so many memories. Nikhil Nas is joining us with more details on this true loss for India and for world cricket. Nikhil.
Well, that's right, Akshita. I mean, he'll go down in history books as not just a legend of Indian cricket, but a legend of cricket per se. That's been his contribution to cricket. If you're going to remember the first name that comes to your mind when you're going to talk about classical spin bowling, I think Bishan Singh Bedi would be that first name that comes to your mind. Had that classical action of left-arm spin bowling. And, that is what was his forte. He was a man in personal life. I had the pleasure of knowing him very well in his personal life, a large-hearted man, and that's the exact personality that you saw in the cricket field as well. Never the one to shy away from a one-on-one battle with a batter. He was known for his large-heartedness while bowling as well. He would challenge batsmen to hit him, flight the ball, even when a batsman would be aggressive against him, at that ability to continue to flight the ball and then trap batters with that flighted deliveries that he would have. Had a classical action, as I mentioned earlier as well. I mean, there are legends about Bishan Singh Bedi. People would say, of course, all of that, a bit exaggerated, but there were legends in international cricket that when he would bowl, the ball would actually hang in the air for an extra second or two. That's how he could deceive the batsman. That is how much he had mastered the craft of spin bowling. Let's not forget, it wasn't just as a bowler, part of that famous forte of spin bowlers that we had in the 70s. Not only that, but Bishan Singh Bedi was, as a captain also, was a very well-known name across cricketing circles globally. That's because of his astute captaincy, a sharp cricketing brain that he possessed. Got captaincy at a very young age in 1976, took over from Tiger Pataudi, and from there on created his own legacy as a captain. In the 67 test matches that he's played, Akshita, he's captained 22 matches. That's almost one-third of his career as captain. That tells you what a leader of men he was. I mean, later on, he would use his cricketing acumen to help a lot of youngsters. He was a generous man who possessed infinite wisdom, and he would share it with a lot of players, not only at the junior level, which he would coach a lot of them, but even at international level. I mean, there were moments when the Australian team would come to India on tours. They would hire the services of Bishan Singh Bedi, who had by that time retired, to help them get used to the Indian conditions. How should the Australian bowlers be bowling in Indian conditions? Because they knew if there was one man who could actually tell them the right way of bowling, understanding the conditions, there was no one better than Bishan Singh Bedi. Even in domestic cricket, I mean, a lot of people would not know, he's got over, in first-class cricket, over 1,500 wickets because he played a lot of county cricket, a lot of Ranji Trophy cricket, which is the highest for any Indian bowler if you look at first-class cricket. It tells you how much of an appetite he had for playing cricket, and he definitely leaves a legacy behind, as you mentioned.
A legacy that was untouched for so long. I remember just a few months ago, you had Ravindra Jadeja actually breaking Bishan Singh Bedi's record, long-standing record, really, of being India's most successful left-arm bowler. So, as I said, he leaves behind a legacy that will live on for generations to come. Thanks very much, Nikhil, for joining us.